April 20th, 2025. Intercepted messages revealed cross-border movement. At night, unidentified men cross the Indo-Pak border through rough terrain. April 21st, 2025. All eyes shift to Pahalgam as the map lights up in red.
A peaceful morning in Pahalgam. Shops open, children head to school.
Suddenly, chaos erupts. Masked gunmen open fire in broad daylight. Panic spreads. Civilians run for cover as bullets and screams fill the air. Streets stained with blood. Sirens wail as the horror unfolds. Ambulances rush in. Medics battle time to save the wounded.
ये हमला बिना पाकिस्तान की मदद के मुमकिन ही नहीं है। सबूत साफ हैं। This attack will not go unanswered. Pakistan will pay the price.
This is Azad Kashmir. Calm valleys, rugged hills, and a region holding its breath as Indian drones and missiles strike deep inside Pakistan, targeting key areas in Punjab, Sindh, and Kashmir. Explosions rock the cities, leaving destruction, chaos, and rising fear among civilians. The Indian missile and drone strikes resulted in 10 civilian deaths, including 5 children, and over 30 injured. Residential areas, a small mosque, and a school building were among the damaged sites. Fear and panic gripped the...
ये हमला नहीं, भारत की खुली दहशतगर्दी है। पाकिस्तान को अब सख्त जवाब देना होगा। दुश्मन ने हमला किया है, जवाब भरपूर और फैसला कुन होगा। वक्त आने पर सब कुछ वाज़े हो जाए।
Emergency declared in all major hospitals, doctors and rescue teams working round the clock to treat the wounded. The cries of the wounded, the tears of martyrs' families, every photo tells a story.
हमने पहलगाम का बदला ले लिया है। आतंकियों को खत्म कर दिया गया। भारत ने जवाब दिया। कौम सवाल कर रही है, आखिर कब तक हम सिर्फ मजम्मत करते रहेंगे?
पाकिस्तान को फौरी, मजबूत
Indian media breaks down strike locations, fueling public sentiment and political pressure.
Pakistani citizens took to the streets demanding immediate retaliation against India. Facing intense public pressure, Pakistan's government and military are now seriously considering a forceful response to India's action. After growing public pressure, Pakistan's government and military made a decisive choice. Despite the risks of escalation, they vowed to defend national...
As tensions escalated, both Pakistan and India moved their armed forces to the line of control, turning the disputed Kashmir region into a flashpoint once again. Despite international calls for calm, India violated the ceasefire agreement, launching sudden artillery shelling across several sectors, including Neelam Valley, Kupwara, and Poonch. In response, Pakistani forces retaliated with precision, engaging in intense but contained firepower. Small arms clashes, mortar exchanges, and drone surveillance intensified the atmosphere. Civilians in nearby villages sought shelter as sirens wailed and explosions echoed across the hills. The skies roared with low-flying fighter jets as both air forces remained on high alert. Pakistani air defense systems were activated, while ground troops dug into strategic positions along the ridgelines. This wasn't yet a full-scale war, but the border had transformed into a battlefield once more.
Across global news screens, the world watches closely. Fighter jets now dominate the headlines.
ये वक्त चुप बैठने का नहीं है। पाकिस्तान को अब सबक सिखाना ही होगा।
Human rights groups are calling for an urgent ceasefire. Escalation will only deepen the humanitarian crisis. With escalating cross-border strikes, the world watches closely as fears of a wider regional conflict. But Tensions between nuclear-armed India and Pakistan have reached alarming levels. Global powers are urging both. Beijing urges restraint from both India and Pakistan, calling for immediate
النداءات للتهدئة والسلام تتزايد من المجتمع الدولي.
التوتر بين الهند وباكستان يتصاعد كل ساعة.
Analysts are debating Pakistan's response, national flags flashing across the screens.
Both India and Pakistan launch missiles toward border villages, but most are intercepted by air defense systems.
The escalation posed a serious threat to global peace, alarming the United Nations and world powers.
Rising tensions between India and Pakistan now threaten regional peace.
On 10th May, Pakistan launched a bold air operation from Sargodha Air Base. J-10C fighter jets took off under heavy security and flew deep into Indian airspace. The aircraft successfully targeted multiple strategic locations, including an ammunition depot in Jammu, a radar station near Pathankot, and a forward military post in Samba sector. The strikes were quick, precise, and reportedly avoided civilian zones. Pakistan's unexpected airstrike shocked the world. Within hours, global headlines warned of a looming nuclear confrontation. World powers began urgent talks to de-escalate the situation before it spiraled out of control.
Rising tensions between India and Pakistan now threaten regional peace.
U.S. President Donald Trump urged both nations to immediately end the war and begin dialogue. Pakistan's Prime Minister announced victory and ordered an end to the war, addressing the nation with pride.
With the war officially over, Pakistan ordered its troops to return. As they came back home, crowds gathered to welcome them with cheers, waving flags, and celebrating their bravery.